We're talking DJ Reader right now. And Spenmo, you touched on this earlier, but I'm looking forward to your deep dive into this because it's not just doubling down on a strength, right? That's what I was told. It's not just doubling down on a strength. What is this going to do for the pass rush?
Yeah. It's going to improve the pass rush. It's going to improve because you have a guy who needs two people on him at all times. You have a guy who commands two bodies to be in front of him at all
And just
times.
to cut you off, that's what I noticed on the film.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty much every single play, there were two dudes on him.
You cannot block him with one person. And if you do, he's going to wreck the play for you. So every time we saw Aiden Hutchinson getting double, triple teamed, with getting chipped by a tight end, with a running back diving at his ankles and fans throwing hot dogs at him from the stands, it can't happen anymore. Yeah. Because now you have an immovable object to the right of him. A guy that commands two people to be on him at all times. And even better than that, Aleem McNeil, who kind of had his breakout in the games he played as a pass rusher last year. If he didn't get hurt, he probably would have been around 8 sacks, 9 sacks on the year. Now, he was doing that with the guys that Flannel mentioned before next to him. A Bohanna, an Alu, a Benito Jones. Nobody's. People that nobody has ever heard of. People that won't be on NFL rosters next year. And now you have one of the best nose tackles in the NFL next to him, which is going to open him up. Aleem McNeil will see single coverage every single snap that DJ Reader is on the field. When DJ Reader is on the field, Aleem McNeil will be one-on-one against the guard because the other guard and the center have to take DJ Reader. And Aleem McNeil will beat that one-on-one coverage. He is going to have a Pro Bowl-esque season if he can stay healthy, and it is because of DJ Reader. Trey Hendrickson had 17.5 sacks last year. And a lot of that, Sam Hubbard did his thing too, but DJ Reader being in the middle, commanding so much attention, helps those guys get free and get to the quarterback.
Yeah. I'm getting excited.
Oh, how could you not get excited? I mean, by nature, I'm not talking about his character or anything like that, but based off of the position he plays and based off of the numbers that he's put up, DJ Reader is the most selfless NFL player in the entire NFL because, as we've already said, look at his numbers. They don't stand out until you go deeper into the metrics and the PFF stuff, and they always grade out well. But 1 sack, 34 tackles, that's not going to blow you away. But the what he does, and as Spenmo Rex so eloquently like pontificated on, Trey Hendrickson last year had 17.5 sacks. Aiden Hutchinson is a better player than Trey Hendrickson.
Yes, he is.
You know how I know? Because Aiden had 8 more hits, 18 more hurries, 22 more pressures, and a PFF grade that was about 9 points higher. I think that having DJ Reader in the middle helps set things up for Trey Hendrickson. I'm not saying that Trey Hendrickson's not a great player. I'm just saying that if he can help do that for Trey, he can certainly, I'm talking about DJ Reader, do that for Aiden Hutchinson. Sam Hubbard was another one who I think benefited. And even Sam Hubbard, and a lot of people have slept a bit on the Marcus Davenport signing. Marcus Davenport in 2021 was much, much better than any version of Sam Hubbard has ever been. So if you can recapture some of that magic and get your bookend edge rusher, and Marcus Davenport can have a season similar to what he had in 2021, I think DJ Reader would be someone who could help him do that. And also even a guy like BJ Hill, who was DJ Reader's his fellow defensive tackle on the Cincinnati Bengals. Aleem McNeil clears on BJ Hill by a mile. And even to even go further than that, even further than the pass rush, DJ Reader is going to help unlock Jack Campbell to something he never was last year. Yes. Because DJ Reader did that with the Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Logan Wilson, who led the team in tackles and interceptions. And I think Jack Campbell's upside is much higher than Logan Wilson's. And oh, by the way, one more guy. You know who else had a really good year for the Cincinnati Bengals last year? Their rookie box safety Jordan Battle. Another person who could benefit from DJ Reader would be somebody like Brian Branch. I know that Brian Branch played more slot corner than box safety, but
he's probably going to make that transition to more safety.
With the additions of guys like Amik Robertson or Emmanuel Mosley and guys like Kirby Joseph and Ife Melifonwu, it'll open things up for Brian Branch to play more safety. So the reason I say that DJ Reader is the most selfless, because all of the guys that I just mentioned, they have better counting stats than DJ Reader. But none of them save for maybe Trey Hendrickson, are as important as DJ Reader to that defense. And I think that the Lions actually have higher potential upside on their defense for DJ Reader to help unlock as well. That's the biggest reason to me why I'm so excited about this signing.
Flannel, at the end, can you just drop a "I win, you lose"?
I win, you lose.
All right,
Damn
there you
right.
go. That's what I wanted to hear.
Damn
Okay,
right.
so all right, I'm gonna ask it then.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask it. Then is it fair of me? Because all the stuff that you guys laid out here right now, you even gave examples.
Yeah.
So is it fair of me then to expect Aiden Hutchinson to be in the top 5 in sacks next year?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is it fair?
Yeah.
That's
100%.
fair.
Yeah.
So I can ask that question.
If DJ Reader plays 15-plus games, Aiden Hutchinson will have more than 17 sacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's fair.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's fair to say, hey, I can't have a 6-week stretch with
Right.
no sacks. Is that fair? Is it fair?
Neil, I just
Is
don't-
it fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
Okay,
but
that's it.
Wait a minute, though, Neil.
Would this qualify as, quote, help for Aiden Hutchinson? Is this help?
It's help.
So we're there?
Why are
Yeah.
you so
Okay.
snarky when it comes to Aiden? That's all I have
What do you
to
mean, why
ask.
am I so snarky?
Because, like, people act like Aiden Hutchinson somehow was lacking last year in terms of the season.
No,
that
he was
produced.
fine.
He was great.
He was fine.
Great. He had more combined regular season and postseason sacks than Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and Nick Bosa. Nobody knows that. Nobody will tell you that, but that actually happened. And yes, I'm including playoff stats when it comes to the Lions.
Well, hey, but
to the
those guys got doubled a lot.
Okay. And so Aiden got doubled at times too. Maybe not
They got
as much,
chipped a lot.
Maybe not as much as people think, but my point is,
No,
is that
but
Aiden Hutchinson's fine.
all I'm
He's
asking this
great.
for, and like you're going to say, well, it's hate. No, it's hate. So we can put that to bed then. The whole help, needs help, all that kind of stuff. And the reason I bring this up is in the Super Bowl last year, who flipped that game? Other than Patrick Mahomes, who flipped that game?
Chris Jones,
When the Rams won the Super Bowl, who flipped that game?
Aaron Donald,
You see what I'm saying?
of course.
And that's what I'm driving at, because you got that game-wrecking edge seems to be a non-negotiable with good football teams, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's just something I'm noticing.
Yeah, no, and I think Aiden Hutchinson is going to be that guy. And for the record, I think his sack total is going to go up from 11.5 last regular season to this regular season. My point is that I don't want people to have this perception that Aiden Hutchinson was somehow lacking last year.
He was fine. But was he among the best?
I would, if I were ranking edge rushers right now, I'd probably put him at 7 or 8. He's not Bosa, he's not Watt, he's not Micah Parsons, he's not Myles Garrett, he's not Max Crosby, but he's in that next tier.
Okay.
Next tier with guys like Khalil Mack and Josh Allen.
So we've always been together on that.
Sure.
Because that's where I've been.
Sure.
But this is a tool that can take him to the next level,
Unlock
right?
him.
To the elite, unlock him to the elite level, right? Because you gotta have it.
Yeah, and
You gotta have it.
Yeah, and my point earlier, why I brought up Hutch basically cleared Hendrickson in every pass rushing stat except for sacks, is that some of those pressures and those hits are going to turn into sacks because DJ Reader is going to collapse the pocket. He's going to command a double team, as Spenny said. And it'll free Hutch to maybe win some more one-on-ones, which he had some last year, but he was also the primary focus of your offensive line. Yeah. He was the best defensive lineman on the Detroit Lions by a mile. And I understand Aleem McNeil was kind of close when he was healthy, but even Aleem McNeil missed some games.
Yeah.
When you look at the pressure numbers and the pass rushing numbers, Aiden Hutchinson, by those numbers, was your pass rush.
And that's just it for me. He has to improve in one-on-ones. Because there's no excuse now.
Take it easy. You're about to get dragged here in the chat if you ask a question and say, "Hey, I'm just looking. I need you to be elite."
There's not
elite.
It's not to say that Aiden was bad. He did have a lull in the middle of that season though, and thank God for the end of the season because it kind of effectively saved the season. I'll say that.
Saved his season. Come on, bro.
He had 6 sacks and what, 1 interception, and then we went a whole
all I
month
know
and
is
some
we
change.
went through like Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
He went a month without a sack at one point.
that's not good.
Can't
that's
have
not
it.
good.
Every single edge rusher has games without
And,
sacks.
and listen, I understand that. Like I said, it's not necessarily saying he's bad or anything like that because he does receive a lot of double teams. But with the DJ Reader signing, he will receive less. So I do need to see him improve.
So that's help.
Some of those pass rush
So
moves
I can have the expectation.
Yeah, I don't
Carlton
think you're
Davis
wrong.
will help too.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Carlton Davis will help the pass rush too because you can't just look at your first option and go to that every time now. We have DJ Reader talking about Hutch.
Another slept-on element of this, I think, is Terrell Williams. And a lot of people ain't talking about that. He's seen a lot of DJ Reader being primarily a defensive line coach in the AFC. He's seen a lot of DJ Reader tape. I'm pretty sure he's going to have these guys in the right positions, and that'll also help Hutch and Aleem as well.
Yeah.
You said you got a clip of him talk about. You want to run it when we get back?
Yeah,
we'll do that because I want to wrap that into the final question with the DJ Reader situation. Real quick, Dante 151. There's a player that the people want the Lions to get at the trade deadline this past season. That's a free agent still for some reason. Chase Young.
Hey,
Wonder why?
I wonder why.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
Bring him home.
Bring him home. Absolutely.